guys, Southern Comfort here. We're at the Homestead Conference here in Rocky Point, North Carolina on the southeast coast, and we're having this fall festival, and we had one into the Spring Fest, and today, guys, we're going to see a lot of adventure taking place here. Some of the things that we're going to be having taking place here are primitive antiques, vintage tools, farmhouse decor, homemade soaps, homemade items, small farm animals, and much, much more. And there's lots of free classes that are taking place here today, so definitely this is something you want to put onto your calendar. Some of the classes that we're going to be having is Chicken 101, Animal First Aid, Chicken and Quail Processing, Predator Control and Trapping. That's definitely something you need to learn about. If you have a homestead, you always know that you got to be dealing with predators. And then we're going to have homestead sales, cast iron reclaiming, and primitive cooking. So let's take a look at what's going on here.
I think this would just be a cool decoration.
It would. Really.
Hey guys, I got some cool people that I want you to meet here at the Fall Festival at the Homestead Conference, and I bought an item from them into the spring, and I just absolutely love it. I'm going to be making a video, but I want this gentleman to talk about what he's going to talk about. So let's take a look and listen to him.
We never know what he's going to talk about.
That's okay.
We don't know what he's going to talk about. What are we talking about?
So what we're talking about, you remember the little slicer
The
I
cheese
got?
cutter, yes,
Is it a cheese cutter?
It's a,
oh my.
yes.
Because you know what I've been using for? Cutting sweet potatoes, because you know it's that time of the year, right? So, and it works awesome, but just talk about that.
It was just a very primitive piece that I came across in Chatham County, North Carolina.
Wow.
And it was just a wooden base, had an arch on it, and they took the whole tree and modified it, cut the tip off, put a pin in it, and made it into, it's kind of like a paper cutter, but for cheese.
For cheese.
And a old country store would have had their hook cheese,
Okay.
and they would have put it on there and rotated it, and that's what its original purpose was.
Wow. So now I got not just a potato cutter, I got a cheese cutter too. So I got a really good deal on this item. I think I paid $25. I don't know how much I paid for.
I don't remember.
But whatever I paid for, it was well worth it, because I have canned, in the last couple of days, 36 quarts, and this morning, 17 pints. With that, what do you call it again?
Sweet potato?
Yeah,
No.
the cheese cutter.
Cheese cutter.
But anyways, I'm showing you a picture of it. You'll see this picture coming up, and you'll see what it looks like, and it's actually something that you can make to help onto your homestead. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it
Thank
so
you for coming out and
much.
seeing us again.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
These are my new friends, guys. I'm always making new friends.
Thank you.
We love her too.
Hey, Connor. Raining,
So it's just the beginning of the conference, and people are starting to arrive.
It has the big old rain lily down board.
And we have no electricity.
That's right. We can cook any time. It don't matter.
Yeah.
And all that.
So what you got going on here, Frankie?
What we got here? Look, we got biscuits.
Oh my goodness. Wow, they look good too. Wow. So what you got going on?
Got chicken and rice over here.
My goodness. What's over here?
I have a few lima beans in here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then in a little bit, we're going to have some stewed apples going on.
Uh-oh.
So, that's what I like to do, play with this stuff and eat.
So how long you been doing this?
25, 30 years maybe.
You think we should get back to the older ways of doing
Always.
things like this?
Always.
Always.
It's so much more fun and relaxing and all that.
Yeah, I agree.
But like right now, with everything going on in the world, I could give a crap about
Right.
anything right now.
Right.
My happy place.
Well, thank you for showing us, Frankie. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
So what is this called? Primitive?
Primitive cooking.
Primitive cooking.
And what I'm trying to demonstrate also, and the weather changed my setup a little bit, was show people you can cook outside with this and without this. You cook anything you want, anything you cook in the house, you can cook out here.
So the cast iron can be used also into the house, right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Also in the house, and another, I was going to like cook pizza today.
Right.
And what we're demonstrating here also, I like cooking with wood. I mean, that's just my nature, way I've learned by doing it, but you can cook with the coals. Can't get them out right now. And it makes it easier for folks that's not where they can have a fire outside. Heat your coals up like that, and then with the charts to cook and bake stuff, such as bacon, about 25% of the heat on the bottom, 75% on the top, just like your oven at home.
Wow. Wow. So you think that definitely cast iron is I would say the best, I want to say cookware?
Yeah, you can use it forever and ever and ever.
I
And we
love
also
cooking with
talk
it.
about cleaning and reclaiming the pieces you find in the junkyard. Somebody's thrown it out and it's rusty and all that. Don't do that. See here? You make it brand new again.
All right, guys, that's where we're heading.
My name's Laura. I'm with Backroad Cast Iron, and we're up here today trying to teach people about cast iron cooking and help them get started on their collection, or to help them add to their collection.
So what's the name of your company again? 'Cause the rain-
Backroad Cast Iron,
Okay. Okay.
and we've got all kinds of cast iron here today. Some of them going back to the 1900s. Some of them might be a little bit newer. There's a piece of cast iron for everybody. And if you're thinking about Christmas gifts for a school teacher or for kids, it's a number 3 cast iron. This one is a Wagner ware, and it's from 1922 to 1935.
Wow.
They make awesome Christmas gifts, and they're $20 packaged as a Christmas gift.
Wow. So is this the first time you've been at the Homestead conference?
We set up in the spring this year,
Okay.
and this is the first fall one that they've held.
Okay. All right. All right, great. So you plan on being at the next one, right?
Absolutely, or if you want to get on Facebook, and my husband is on Backroad Cast Iron, you could look for him there.
Okay, great. So let's take a look at some of this great stuff you got going on here. So this is more of the newer
This
version.
table has some condition issues. They haven't been seasoned. Some
Okay.
of them have a little bit of pitting on them.
Okay.
Some of them just haven't been cleaned. This was actually a child's pan, but I love to use it on a grill to put barbecue sauce in it, and then I just brush my chicken and add more sauce, and it keeps it warm.
Wow.
There's a lot of different pieces. We've got a fish fryer here. We've got a really cool Wagner ware, what they call a hammered finish on
Wow.
it. We've got some covered Dutch ovens that you can use for roasts.
Right.
But a lot of people are using them now to make artesian bread.
Oh, wow.
We do have some newer pieces mixed in. This piece is brand new and has never been used, but it's an older piece. It's
Right.
probably from the set, I think my husband said 65 to 90.
Wow.
And the way he can tell is he looks at the marks on it when people change their logos.
Right.
While it is a cornbread skillet, I want you to think outside the box, and chocolate chip cookies or brownie mix, and then they're the perfect size to dunk in your glass of cold milk.
Wow. That sounds good. That sounds real good. I like the cornbread, cast iron cornbread.
The corn stick pans?
Yeah.
They are just the coolest.
They're so cool, but no, everybody, most of the people overlook these. So you know, have you ever cooked with them? 'Cause
Absolutely.
I had one, and I don't know why I got rid of it. Because now I'm definitely looking back at that. You know what I'm saying?
So the problem, a lot of people, if you don't prepare the pan, it's going to stick.
right,
But if you make a cake and don't prepare your pan, it's going to stick also.
right.
So I keep a little thing of bacon grease. I'll put my pan in the oven just to heat it up a little bit before I cook with it. Pull it out and brush that bacon grease in there to let it get into all the cracks. If you don't use bacon grease, you can use whatever your preferred grease. But if I'm making cornbread, I like that bacon
That
flavor.
bacon into the flavor.
So-
Bacon into the cornbread.
I'll use that, and I
Bacon flavor.
absolutely love it that it looks like you got a little mini ear of corn.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's a perfect size, perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
and,
you.
I'll see you around.
And come on out.
Guys, we got a little bit of rain out here, but it's fixing to stop. Hey, y'all.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good.
How you doing?
Guys, watch this.
Riker. Don't mess with the chickens. Don't mess with them. Hello.
Hello. How are you doing up in there?
Alright.
I hear you. You got the best seat here.
Oh yeah.
So did you make all these by yourself? Did you make all these?
Yes, ma'am. Me, my boy, my girlfriend.
So you make some too? All right. Hey, that's a good trade. That's awesome that you're teaching him. Thank you for that.
All right. Do a short video.
Morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Might be lunchtime now. So what you got going on here?
We're Red-tailed Farm. We are a regenerative agriculture
Oh wow.
farm. Yeah, we do goats, sheep, pork, laying chickens, meat chickens, turkeys.
Wow.
Yeah, we do a
That's
YouTube
awesome.
channel called You Can Farm.
I'm glad you said that because that was my next thing to say. Well, thank you for that information.
You're welcome.
Leave me out of the way so you can see over here too.
Oh, you're fine.
Just have to cram everything with the weather.
I know, but the sun is coming out now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that'll be the same ones I show on the second one. Because I bred a letter for Littleton second. And then I'm going to show Ragnar again. And I have the buck I lost to heat. I have his brother. And he's the intermediate buck.
Hello, y'all.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Well, who's this little baby?
This is Grammy.
Oh, how old is he?
She is 4 months
Was
old.
she? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm trying to look at the camera.
She's in blue.
Oh, look at those beautiful blue eyes.
Yeah.
Look at the camera, girly.
She's like,
I'm
no.
looking at my mama.
Yeah, no. There's a bunch more animals down here, chickens and rabbits. We gotta go down there.
I am not pretty.
Now, come on now.
Oh, right, I am kind of pretty.
You are pretty. She's beautiful.
Thank you, yes.
So what you got going on here?
This
So we've
Woodstock
got
Farms.
some farm fresh eggs,
Okay.
coffee scrubs, homemade cupcakes,
Ooh.
some essential oil blends for different
Alright.
things, and some flower pots.
So
And
what you
paint
doing?
your own pot.
Yeah, let me see the front of that. Oh wow. Staying alive. There's a song about that, staying alive.
And then we got Nicholas Sage over here.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Y'all, you need some of these, some traps. So cute. So what kind of rabbits are these?
Those there, I'm trying to think what ones are in there. Those are like a lion head Angora cross.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Did what?
We're killing balls.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
I'm reprofiling the edge on a cleaver. It was bent and curved when it should have been straight.
Okay.
So I've straightened out the edge. Now I've straightened out the edge proper. Now I can put the proper angle on both sides and make it usable again.
Make it sharp.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm doing.
Wow. Well, that's a, are you going to be teaching that today?
I can if somebody asks.
Oh, wow. That
Nothing
needs to
to
be
it.
taught. Because I was asking my grandson the other day, all my knives, they're pretty much dull. I don't keep them too sharp because of me canning and stuff like that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't cut my finger.
Well, a good knife is a sharp knife.
Yeah.
And it's safer than a dull knife.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
A sharp knife will make a straight cut.
Uh-huh.
And it's easier to heal.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't bleed as much.
Yeah.
It'll clot quicker.
Uh-huh.
Where a dull knife tears the flesh.
Oh.
It's like cutting meat.
Right.
It tears the flesh. It causes more damage. And it takes longer to heal.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And produces more of a scar.
Well, I think this is awesome.
Thank you.
Because, you know, like I said, I asked my grandson, can you sharpen my knives? Because they just got so dull. You can't do anything with a dull knife.
No, you can't.
It's more work. But thank you for that.
You're very welcome. Jamie at Dead Sharp. I can be reached at 910-284-4975 or springtemper@gmail.com. As long as it isn't a machine tool, cutting edge, like end mills, kitchen knives, pocket knives, yard tools, I can sharpen it.
All right.
Hey, how are you? I'm okay. I'm trying to stay dry. I had to bring a chicken in. They were getting hot.
Triple J, Homestead.
Right now.
So where y'all located at?
In Curry.
In Curry.
Up close to the battleground.
Okay, all right. So what all you got going on in your homestead?
We got silkies, satin, showgirls, Easter eggers, Toonie Toon pigs,
Oh, wow.
Darwins.
Oh my, y'all stay busy, don't you?
Yes.
Wow.
And we're farm sitters for the area too.
Oh wow, so that's good information because most homesteaders they can't get away.
Yeah,
There's-
that's why
there-
we got into the business. We actually got into it and was like, well, how can we go anywhere?
Yeah, you
And then it was
can't.
like, other people will have that idea. So,
Yeah, yeah,
no, we
yeah.
do
Every
that
now and then
full
you
time.
need to take off, but
Yeah,
you know, how can you take off when you got animals?
right,
Or if you go, you got to get back in a couple hours.
right. And we're insured too, so.
Okay, thank you. Hi.
Hey, I'm Audria, and I'm out here helping people understand their endocannabinoid system and what the benefits of hemp are. And my products are all handcrafted, so it's a full cannabis oil as opposed to just CBD. So I'd love to help you get out of pain, help you sleep, whatever. Come give me a chat.
Okay, so how can they get up with you?
They can go to BethesdaHemp.com and they can call us or message us.
All right, great.
Thank you.
Doesn't taste any different. It just looks different.
Thank you.
Velvety. Yep.
So I actually use that method on my beef, my pork, my chicken. Anytime I make
Pork cat.
pork cat. About cats? That too. Be back here in 6 months, guys. We just had
It's fine. I made sure to ask the wife if they could.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Whoops. These are beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, you must have sold one of them. There was a longer one, like long.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, you got to hang that up there. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, and that one too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had to rearrange them to the rain.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. I mean, the stuff that we get out of there, and the amount that we get.
Right.
I mean, the yields are incredible, and the food is so much better tasting.
Oh, sure
than
it is. Yeah.
I did an example. My next door neighbor has a blueberry farm, blackberry farm.
Yeah.
And you know how when you eat a blackberry, it has that tart taste?
Yeah.
It's sweet, but it got that tart. Well, we did one of his hoop houses with just the casting, and a week later, he called me up. He said, "We got a problem over here. You need to come over here." So I went over there. It was 30% bigger than any other hoop house he had, and no tart.
Oh.
It was all sweet. I said, "Well, that's what I've been telling you. That tart you've been eating is the chemical fertilizer you've been putting on there."
Hello.
Good morning.
You got windy, didn't it?
Yes.
So what's the name of your homestead or company?
Homestead.
Oh, let me, if you don't mind.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So where are you located at?
Williamston, North Carolina.
How far is that from here?
It's about 2.5 hours.
Wow. Awesome. My goodness. Well, you're a trooper, that's for sure. Y'all are a trooper. Sound like me. So it's inspiring to me when I see other people troop out, you know, go out the extra mile. Well, thank you for everything. So what you got going on here?
We have homemade goat milk soap and some of our handmade crafts.
Okay.
So.
Wow.
Loofahs. Yep. Homegrown loofahs.
Oh, wow. So how can people reach you?
We are on Facebook under Good Stewart Homestead.
Okay.
We also have email address.
Smells good. I can smell it from here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last year I did it. Well, last year was a lot. I put it right
Hey, y'all.
Hi.
What's up?
How you doing? You recording?
Yeah, I am recording. What's your name?
My name's Robert.
Okay, Robert, where are you from?
Like my state or like
Rocky Point?
Rocky Point, North Carolina.
All right. What about you?
Carter.
Carter?
I live just up the road in Rocky Point.
Oh. Yeah, I used to live in Rocky Point. I'm not but like 15 minutes from now. I can't seem to get very far.
Yeah.
So what y'all got going on today?
We are selling a whole bunch of stuff. Right now, here we have.
So is this out of Square Homestead?
Yep.
Okay, let's get this name right here.
We are selling a bunch of bread, bunch of muffins. Back here we got jellies, jams, pins, a whole bunch of stuff. So we got decals, soap, shirts.
Wow.
Decals, soap, shirts, pins, hats, aprons. It's a whole bunch of stuff.
We're also giving gifts away this time. We have a whole canning outfit with the canning pot, the jars, spoons, whatever's in there.
Wow.
And then the one over here in the flour sack, as they call it, is antique little kitchen gadgets. So.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, it's time to get back. I mean, I can. I do word bath canning, and I do I guess you say pressure canning. You just
we do too. Yeah, we pressure can
and
pressure can also.
Yeah, so I did like it was 17 pints this morning, sweet potatoes. Last 2 days, I think I did 36. So
we're gonna can little red mashed potatoes next week.
Oh yeah, so after that, then I got to get get those potatoes going.
Yeah, we can string beans and corn and
everything. Do you think it's the way of life? Is that?
I think it's getting back to the way of life like when I grew up.
Yeah. You think you save money by canning?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I really do.
So, what do you think about the quantity of food that you get when you can? Say, you know, when you get finished, you got 8 quarts or whatever, and then when you look at that and you look at the beauty of it, it's not just the beauty; it's self-sufficient. And then when you look at it, you're like, wow, that's a lot.
And it doesn't have all this stuff that they put in it when they can. It's pure.
It's pure.
It's pure.
About as pure as it's going to be.
Right. That's exactly right.
Because whenever we grow, nothing's totally 100% pure.
Right.
Because you got the fertilizer.
Right. But what I'm saying, it don't have all this stuff in it. That's right.
Yes, because they're putting so much.
It's more healthy.
It's healthy.
There's so much sodium and everything in.
Yeah, sodium, chemicals, preservatives.
Right. Exactly.
Roundup. Let's be real with it.
I mean, really, that's the truth.
It's the truth.
That's the truth.
It's the truth. So, I mean, a lot of people don't know that, but you can't get beautiful vegetables, like they do out in that field and don't have the insect pressure and the grass problems unless they're doing something, and they can't get out there with 1,000 acres and pick all these bugs off.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So we have to be real with it. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much.
All right. Thank you so much.
So do you think more people are getting into homestead or homesteading?
I think they are. I think it's coming back to what it used to be, what we call farming, because everything is getting so high. Our food has so much chemicals that we buy out of the can and whatever. And I think our food is more healthy.
Yeah,
we grow up and do it ourselves. Yeah.
I agree. So you think that homesteading, because sometimes people get into it and think it's going to be cheaper, but I know it is a way of life. It's got to be a heart issue. It's got to be a strong desire. It just can't just be, oh, I want to do this. So what is your thoughts if a person's just getting into homestead, how they know that they will be successful? It's kind of a crazy question. Be successful at it and not quit and park and give up, because let's be real with it.
It's work.
Homesteading's not easy.
Nah,
it's work.
It is work.
It's work, and you don't get the vacations.
Correct. It is a lot of work. You don't get vacations, and like you said, it does have to come from the heart. Like, you have to want to do this. You have to want to feed your kids better. You have to want to feed your family better. I grew up on a huge farm. Huge farm. My mom, dad, grandparents, the whole family was on the farm, and I didn't think I'd ever do it again, and then I missed it.
Yeah.
And it's just a way of life.
Yeah, that is my words. It has to be a way of life. It's got to be a heart desire, because when you realize the amount of hours, there is no time frame like 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock or 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock. I mean, I get up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm rolling. I might not stop until 8 o'clock. I look at the clock and, I'm tired. But it's a way of life.
It's a way of life. You don't stop, and I don't buy bread at the grocery store anymore. And it's all hand.
See, all this she made.
All this is hand. It's like all hand kneaded. It's the only thing used to cook it is the oven. Everything else is done all by hand.
And you got me a little bit beat on that, because I keep saying I got everything to make bread. I've been wanting to do it for years. But being the only person tending to everything and doing everything, the gardening, the preserving, the canning, the animals, or whatever, it kind of puts and then you get those other projects and things that come up.
Yes.
That just comes up, and
yeah,
then
it does.
Another one
it's
comes
a lot
up.
of work. It is a lot of work, and my husband and I both work full-time jobs. We're in emergency services.
Wow.
So we're gone over 200 hours a month working.
Wow.
And we keep on opposite shifts, so we can keep everything done. I got a 20-year-old who still lives at home. If it weren't for her, we couldn't do this.
Wow.
She feeds all the animals, collects the eggs. The 13-year-old helps.
Yeah. It's like we was talking.
It's a whole family.
There's no vacation. No. Really, there's no vacation. No. But it has to be a heart desire.
It is a heart desire.
And it has to be that this is a way of life for you.
Correct.
So I was raised up this way, and I remember, I've been out there acres of land hoeing. I mean, it was hard. Yes. And the horses and animals cleaning the manure up, collecting the eggs, this, that, and other.
Yes, it's always
whatever.
Mix and feed, like we're constantly doing something, and we try Us at a Square Homestead, we try to teach people like we're doing today. Like we try to teach people. Anybody who wants to learn, we always post on our Facebook page when we do killings. You're welcome to come. You're welcome to learn. You can get your hands dirty or not get your hands dirty. We did a pig in April. We bite people out. This is how we do pig. This is what we do.
Right.
We do chickens. We do quails. Come and help.
Well, you know, one of the things I found out is that with processing, you have to get out of your mind, if I can say it like that. Because if you get in your mind, oh, I'm this cute little animal, da 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 da, then you're not going to do it.
No.
But you get out of your. When I say get out of your mind, you got to get out of those thoughts. That you got to realize that's why you put those animals there for.
Correct.
And some of them are just raised up and bred for that purpose for a certain time period, and that's it. Like. Cornish broilers, chickens, they will not live very long. They're only there, they're there. So you can't, you know, you give them the very best life that you can give them. You give them the very best, you take care of them like they're going to be there forever.
Right.
But you have to get out of your mindset.
Yes. This is how we eat.
This is how
and this could be in our future. It could be in our lifetime. That is how we eat.
I think it's heading there. People just don't know much about it.
Correct. And I don't think that they realize and see and read the stuff that we see. Read.
Right. And I think a lot of people are so busy watching the news, but news is not telling you everything.
No, it is not.
So you have to do your own research and listen to your heart.
Correct.
Get out of your head.
Yes.
And listen to your heart.
Correct.
Way your heart is leading you.
So, I mean, and that's why we do it. And we like teaching. I want to make sure I can feed my kids. I want to make sure I can feed my family. I don't buy any vegetables at the grocery store.
I don't either.
Period. No vegetables. Every now and again I'll buy meat, but we do our own chicken, our own quail, our own pig, our own rabbits.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
And of course, you know, we do game too. So.
And you know, the meat tastes so much better.
It does.
It doesn't even taste like the grocery store. It could be the same type of bird, but the meat totally tastes different.
And it's like I tell everybody, we try to find breeds of chickens that we can do on our own.
Right. Dual purpose. Okay.
Or the Cornish crosses, we love the Cornish crosses.
Yeah.
You have to go buy them.
Well, you have to go buy them.
Yes.
See, I did the same thing. I switched my breed out, and I went to American Breast E, or American Breast.
Yep, that's what we have.
And then I went to the Jersey Giants.
Okay.
And I'm building a second coop so I can keep the bloodline separate.
Right.
And a lot of people don't do that.
No, they don't.
We make sure you keep that bloodline separate,
Right.
but they are dual purpose.
Correct.
So when I get to that point, or if I have to, and I can, I got an incubator, then I can work toward being more self-sufficient. So spending that money and work it toward, you know, having.
We got Jersey Giants, Barred Rock, American Breast, Buff Orpingtons. Those are all dual-purpose large birds.
Wow.
Do I have other birds? Yeah. Do I have barnyard mixes? Yeah. So we have 50 or 60 in our pasture that are just egg layers.
Right.
That is all we use them for, egg layers.
Yeah.
And then we have our meat birds separate. They're totally separate. We got the American Breast and you know, the Jersey Giants, Barred Rock. Like, we have all that.
Barred Rock's a dual purpose.
Yeah.
See, I appreciate you for that information because a lot of people don't know what is dual purpose or what. So explain to them what does dual purpose mean.
Dual purpose means they can be egg layers and they can also be meat birds. So you can use them for either one because they grow they're a larger bird. And most of them lay at 300 plus eggs a year, so they're great egg layers. But then they're large enough where I can also, and grow fast enough where I can also use them as a meat bird. So I can use either way, and you can make your own because they can just keep hatching.
Keep hatching. That's right. That's right. Well, thank you so much for all this information. I think it's very crucial, important. I'm glad I ran across you.
Yes.
When I came here, a thought hit me, you know, to find out a Square Homestead and talk to them for this purpose of this video. This video is not just for now, but it's for the future because people need. And this is going to be big. One day it's going to be big. I speak it over it. It's going to be big, you know. And
our big thing is going to be networking people.
Yeah.
You might have honey. I got eggs. I got chickens. I got all these things.
Right.
You know.
Right. Because I was talking to I'm not gonna say their name because I don't have permission, but I was talking to them, you know, because like, what do you do with people? You're talking about community.
Yes.
Building that community.
That's why we take our time, our energy, our personal funds to do what you're seeing
Do what
today.
you're doing, to build community.
Correct.
And that's why I think I was telling, is that your mom?
My mom,
Okay,
yes,
I was
that's
telling
my
her,
mom.
I was, you know, waiting for something just like this to pop up because the fact of community, because and let's be real with it, there's, when you look at the population, the amount of people at Homestead is very limited.
Yes.
But people want to get into it, but it's still limited, and it's up to us to teach them.
Yes. We do it all the time. Like I said, like our Facebook page is at a Square Homestead Project. We call it Project because it is a project.
It is
Constantly a project. Constantly a project. So, and we always put it on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Anytime that we're doing a butcher, and anybody's welcome. And like I said, you don't even have to get your hands dirty if you don't want to get your hands dirty.
Yeah.
You can watch and learn. You can get your hands dirty if you want to get your hands dirty.
Right.
I think that we're going to be doing a pig probably November or December, and we'll put that pig on there. November we'll be doing 20 more chickens.
Right, wow. Because, you know, I was processing chickens and I had an electrician come. I didn't know that he was interested in that. So while I'm out there processing, you know, he got finished doing his work. He comes over there and he's watching me how I do it. He says, you do it fast. Well, once you do it, you just know it.
You know how to do it, yes.
Yeah.
And it goes fast and it's quick. And you know, people ask us about do we have a plucking machine? We do it all by hand. What are you gonna do when you don't have power?
You don't have power. Yeah, yes. I've done. The first time I processed chickens, oh Lord! First time I processed chickens, I did buy a chicken plucker, but you know, on the first bird, the thing quit. And I was faced with a crossroad: either quit, give the birds away because they were yard birds, or you know, quit, give the birds away, or continue on. Right. There was a crossroads.
Right.
And I knew if I quit, I'll probably never pick it back up again. Right. Because you're talking about, so I said, okay, I had 17 roosters. I plucked every one of them. Yeah. And it was a good learning lesson because it did not take me much longer than I do have a chicken plucker. Yeah. But it doesn't take that much longer. Right. It really doesn't.
I mean, some days like we're in a rush. We have a lot, like I said, we both are emergency services. We work 24-hour shifts, so it takes a lot. Yeah. Some days there may be only 4 or 5 chickens, but we get them 4 or 5 done, put them in the freezer, and keep growing.
Keep rolling.
4 or 5 tomorrow, you know, like that's what you have to do.
That's what you have to do. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much.
It's like when I'm trying to catch coyotes and I got a possum in my truck.
I had a gator in my pond in my yard when I lived in Florida, and they wouldn't touch it because they said it had to be. It was like right at.
It had to be a nuisance.
It had to be right. It had to be over 3 feet, and it was right at 3 feet. And I was like, I have a 7-year-old child, a 5-pound dog.
Yeah.
I was like, no, but my neighbor took care of it for me.
Yeah, Florida has different laws too. And North Carolina, even South Carolina, gator laws are different. That's the thing about it is that I always tell people, if you're going to do this yourself on your own property, please, please, please know the law. No, look in there, call. If you have any questions at all, get to know the law because it is what it is. Someone always has a neighbor that's going to complain on it. And then when North Carolina Wildlife comes there, because the county deputy's going to show up and he's not going to know a daggone thing. Oh, it's wildlife. Call wildlife guy. Wildlife's going to come and then they're going to make sure you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing and all these 5,000 rules and regulations supposed to be following. It is what it is. Like it or not, it's just you got to follow the law. But please know the law before you do it, because I don't want anybody to get in trouble. That's like a lot of people will call me and then they'll ask me, "Oh, can I do this? Yes, yes, yes." And then at the end of the conversation is like, "Can you just come over and get them for me?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'll be over there later.
Wild dogs around too. Can you see them?
You're not supposed to. I mean, does it look like a coyote? Yeah. I mean, wild feral dogs. Yeah, who knows? I mean, that's the thing about it is wild dogs. There are feral dogs out there, and I mean, coyotes are dogs. Yeah, they're all in the canine family, so it's hard to tell. Because I catch. I'll tell you this thing. I catch non-target animals all the time. I've caught hawks. I've caught eagles. I've caught the neighbor's cat. I've caught the neighbor's dog. I catch everything that I'm not supposed to. It is what it is. It's not against the law. It doesn't say a sign on it says raccoon only. You know what I mean? Oh, that's possum. I'll go around this thing. You know, I catch them all the time. I have a catch pole in my truck so I can release the animal, pin them down, take the trap off, rub the paw a little bit, give a kick in the butt, they go on their way. Now, if it's a conibear where it kills them, you know, it is what it is. I mean, it's nothing. It's, you know, I don't want to catch. Let's say, like I said, possums, great example. Where there's one animal, there's all the others. So when I'm trying to target a coyote or a bobcat, I'll catch coons and possums all day long, and it's like, oh, I just wasted all my bait and lure on a stupid possum or road rats. It's a little frustrating, but it is what it is. So,
hey man, good turnout.
Yeah.